Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Central TV.
I love to
Central TV is here. We here to inform you, listen and be inspired. Central TV is here. We the best now in time. Oh, listen and be inspired. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Veronica the boss for Central TV. She here to give you the best. Come and listen everybody to Central TV. We here to give you the best. Come and listen, enjoy the show. Come and listen to Central TV. We the best in time. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up.
Ladies and gentlemen, fathers, wherever you are, I would like to welcome all of you to the network here on Sambazama. And today I have with a very, very Reverend Mrs. Veronica, Executive Director TV. Today's live stone, another milestone geared towards celebrating, about close to 50 plus years. And so the first 10 minutes of the show will be covered, and then a very, very powerful woman, strong vision bearer of the network. She alongside the CEO. On behalf of all of us here at Sam, I want to wish you a very, very, very. We pray that you celebrate your birthday. Will continue to shine and to reap just what you sow, and to bear the vision, the dreams, and a big life. Be many more years to come. What's here on Inside Liberia? Not going to be the Liberia, but we'll be sharing the first minutes, the cover of which our Zedarian day. And guys, as very exciting to have a very energetic, visionary pastor look on Saturday. You will know and you will see that he very, very, very host of all big issues concerning the world. So I want to wish you very grams a happy musical break, and I'll be right back. So
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Central TV.
I love
Central TV is here. We here to inform you, listen and be inspired. Central TV is here. We the best now in time. Oh, listen and be
We are back. Uh, lower this music a little bit. We are back, guys. We are here to wish our very own Reverend Grams a very happy, joyous birthday. She celebrates another native day, and it is by God's grace and God's favor that has brought her this far. So, Reverend Grams, wherever you are, on behalf of the entire team here at Sandra Network, we want to wish you a happy birthday. We pray that your prayers be answered. We pray that everything you desire in life you get. We pray that whatever you put your hands in will succeed. And we are very grateful to you. We are very grateful to God for blessing us with you. You are one of our strong pillars here on the network, and we remain entirely grateful to you. Our Saturdays episodes or segments of the network will not be here if it's not for you. So again, we want to wish you a very joyous birthday. And now we are joined by Ambassador Josephus Grams. Ambassador Graham, how you doing today, boss?
I'm good. How yourself?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. So obviously we are here on Inside Liberia show, but we have been granted the permission to host the first 10 minutes in which in our very own host of the Saturday episode of Happy Birthday. What do you have to say about this birthday celebration today, Buzz man?
Every human uh is born for a purpose, right? And
Mhm.
today, looking at one of the top show hosts, Mrs. Veronica Grams, hosting leadership dialogue every Saturday, is a kind of plus for us, we Liberians and the world at large. And looking at how today adding plus one to our present age, I think it is time that the Central TV family, people of Liberia, people of the world, people from America should be able to wish her happy birthday. Looking at some of the sacrifices she has made. You can tell, looking at where she came from the United Methodist Church, those contributions, those impact they made in the United Methodist Society, and arriving to be a top show host on Central TV, I think it's a plus.
Absolutely, Josephus. Absolutely. Just like you said, everyone celebrate 365 days. Now she clocked horse today. It's very, very exciting. I mean, what is one thing that you would say about this our beautiful host and vision bearer of this network?
One thing I would say about her is looking at her, uh, let me reduce my heart to say her physical morphology. And yeah, you see, her show is always interesting. She
Mm,
always bring inspiration to the Liberian people, right? I'm speaking about the Liberian people because I live Liberia. And I know how many persons have reached up to me praising this woman of God. And, her leadership dialogue. All of her leadership dialogue series has been so inspiring, educative, informative, informative.
hmm
Isn't it? So looking at young person bringing pride to Liberia, I think Liberia women should take the challenge. How many of us, Leon? Let's check the globe, right? Let's check the internet. Let's check the social media. How many how many women at her age that can host talk show in Liberia or all of Liberia? But she take the lead, not just the lead, but bringing inspiration to the industry, bringing people that will be able to inform our society about happenings in and around the world. So I think this is the time for us to give her a hand of applause, celebrating her birthday together.
Yeah, man. Like sometimes there are not enough words to be said. Sometimes all we can do is just to say, mommy, whatever you are, we want to say we appreciate you a whole lot for everything that you have been doing for all of us, your children, and all of us working here on this platform. It is very amazing. It's we've seen firsthand the amount of work that you do behind the scene, the amount of work that you do and when nobody is watching. You made sacrifices. You've made tangible changes in many, many, many lives across Liberia. And all of those rewards are in heaven waiting for you. God will continue to bless you, like I said, and you not just being a talk show host, but also being a woman of God. And sometimes your messages are very inspiring to the next generation and things like that. So, Ambassador Graham, at this juncture, I will turn it over to you, buddy. If anything you want to say while we wait for the host of Inside Liberia to come online, we can chit chat a bit, talk about happiness in Liberia. But remember, what's the current event now in Liberia?
Uh, the current event is the press release from Joseph Yuma Boaka Jr.
Mm-hmm.
about declining allegation about him being involved into the just recent judge that was taken from the VOA Dwazon
Mm-hmm.
N by the Liberia National Police, of which
Mm-hmm.
investigation are still going on allegedly, right? So that's one of the key things. That's one of the recent information that is circulating in Liberia. And another one is just after celebrating Liberia's 179th Independence Day, the chief zoo of Liberia, uh, in presence of Garnet, just passed off in Grand Bassa County. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is very hard, very, very, very hard to hear. Man, nowadays people just dying, my man. Like it's just, it's just sad. We've seen the likes of former president of the Liberian musical musician, in musician Ambassador Miracle Keto, or Keto passed away, and now the Chiefs Joe passed away. But I want to go back to what you said when it comes to Jose Yuan Boakas Union uh denying himself from. I mean, Josephus, I feel like that with the drug saga in Liberia, I feel like people in the house, some of them may be connected allegedly, and that's just how I feel. So I think, what do you that my thinking is like some of it have to be connected somewhere somehow, because I don't know where every day that George said it was in Liberia. We keep fighting it. We fight, want to come back 10 times. So I think it's a very, very serious issue that the country needs to tackle. And while it's true that they are doing well, but more works needs to be done. More changes needs to be made in the situation of drugs. Needs to be looked at. Let me get your opinion real quick about the entire drug saga.
You see, just the drug saga in Liberia will uh, continue to be heavy because drugs is a gradual process. Look, Leon, you cannot carry somebody who is seriously sick. You cannot carry somebody who is seriously sick to hospital and you treat them to reach go home today. There is a
Mm,
possibility that person should sleep to that hospital at least, if even if that one night, it should be because there is a process in treatment, right? So the
mhm,
issue about the drug saga in the country is something that the legislator is not putting forth. They are not putting too much out there. Not too much, and not too much law have been passed when it comes to the drugs business in Liberia. Let's look at the representative of Nima County, Musa Hassan Benete. Musa Hassan Benete, when the drugs business came, when Musa Hassan Benete stood and told the Liberia National Police and the LDA, when he stood there and told, they said he told the police that they should lock his son up because his son was involved into the drugs business. But President Joseph Yuma Boakai have not yet said anything about the drugs. Even the gun time wanna go on Spoon, go on DNA News, go on Ablige. Now they are analyzing the president's speech during the 179 independence celebration in Grand Bassa. What is it the president didn't mention about drugs? Isn't it? What is it? So, like you said, Leon, there are people in the House of Representatives that is highly involved. And there are people in the House of Senate that is highly involved. They are benefiting. We look at
mhm,
the drug saga at the Bravo International Airport, of which allegedly our former our vice president, His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Banku, you know, was being involved and denied the crime. How far investigation have gone?
Yeah, and I think to you, my day ambassador, I think that's one thing Liberia should really look into, and drugs should not be titled. Drugs should not be, given a leeway. If you are in office and and you found reliable of drugs, you should be charged. You should be taken very, very seriously, and you should be terribly investigated. And that way we are going to eliminate, or try to at least eliminate the situation of drugs, because I feel like many of our lawmakers, or big people who are in government, some of them may be even involved in this. And no matter how we fight about it, we are going to keep saying drugs, 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 because it is very, very deadly. It's very, very dangerous. Would like to officially welcome the host of Inside Liberia, in Mrs. Miss Vivian Elita Cook. Want to welcome you, Madam Manager.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here this evening on this Wednesday, wet Wednesday, very wet Wednesday night. No, the rain beat me like it really beat me. It has been a very long time since rain beat me the way it did this evening. But well, we have an obligation that we cannot cancel because we're beaten by the rain. It is part of the hustle, our daily bread, our daily life. So this
Absolutely.
evening we want to welcome you all in the studio on Inside Liberia. Tonight we will take few minutes of our time to celebrate and to encourage our many viewers and listeners to join us in celebrating the birthday of our founder, our host, the woman with the smiles, who always was smiling, only nurse who wants to do talk show, and an humanitarian, a great preacher woman, uh, a special person that everyone, both Liberia and USA, can count on when it comes to humanitarian work and giving back to the society. Mrs. Veronica Grams. She's the host of Leadership Dialogue and one of the strong brains behind Central TV. Mrs. Grams, we appreciate you. We want to say happy birthday to you. We pray and we'll continue to pray that you will celebrate thousands more, because as you celebrating these birthdays, you are also contributing to the world, not just to the Liberian society, but the world is feeling your impact, and we are proud of you for the many things you continue to do for the people you love and the people who God has called you to work with. So we're not going to do it alone tonight. We're going to ask every other host that will be joining us to say a word or two for your birthday. If they can sing the birthday song, fine. Before we take a few other minutes to discuss some other national issues. We still got a lot to discuss from the independence. And even up to yesterday, the president of Liberia was still um, dedicating roads and doing groundbreaking ceremony for roads. So we got plenty things on our plates, but first of all, let's take this time to wish our boss lady a wonderful, wonderful, amazing birthday. Go ahead, folks. Leon, Ambassador, every other post that are available, you can join the link tonight and let's wish our boss
Yeah,
lady a very happy.
obviously we have been wishing her a joyful birthday way before you can come in. But we're not gonna stop appreciating you. So once again, like we have been saying for the past uh 18 minutes, happy birthday to you, ma'am. We sincerely do appreciate you a whole lot. We have already said a lot before our manager could join us, but we do appreciate you for everything that you do.
Thank you. Mr. Grams, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. So
Okay.
they have already said it. We have been wishing her happy and prosperous birthday celebration before you join us in studio. But however, was I inadequate to express how good this woman is, uh, and how some of those good things she have done for the people of Liberia and the world at large. You spoke about our kind gesture to people. We took a flashback then in 2025 November on launch the Central TV looking at distributing to the community, to society,
Mm-hmm.
telling them about more things about Central TV. But however, we want to say congratulations. We say we pray that it's gonna be your limit. Keep flying, Mrs. Veronica Grants, my own dear mother. Happy birthday celebration.
Happy birthday. You just celebrate. Can you imagine celebrating 2 days after Liberia's independence? Wow. You are indeed a wonderful, wonderful person to be celebrating at this time. It's nice to have you. And I hope you will join us in studio so that we can sing the birthday song as we continue with our broadcast here tonight. We are very, very excited once more to have you, and not just to have you on this platform, but to have you as one of the strong brains behind this great initiative. And of course, like Leon said, when we went to last year, we were in Wayne, your hometown, and we saw you almost like the people were so proud. I was like, wow, if you remember representative here, you will win. Oh. Imagine you got so many persons hailing you like this. If you run for representative, you will definitely win, my sister and friend. But that's it. Congratulations for all that you do, for the people you do it for. And then we are happy, happy, happy to have you. But this is Samtrack TV, and the program is Inside Liberia. Last night on our broadcast, we talked about a lot of things that happened at the 26th celebration in Grand Bassa County, but our focus was mainly how things unfolded, how the ceremony took place, and what we expect. So tonight we want to talk about what we expect after this uh, elaborate celebration we just had. Yes, I have. Yeah, but most people, this year I didn't see most people talking about the orator's message. Okay, one more thing we need to recognize the president of Liberia. Today he celebrates with his darling wife 52 years, 52, yeah, 52 years of 54. Wow, 54 years of happy marriage. 54 unbroken years. His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai and First Lady Katuma Boakai celebrate 54 years of marriage. That's incredible. We want to join the rest of the Liberian community and all other media platforms to say, Madam, Mr. President and Madam First Lady, happy, happy, happy anniversary to you people. 54 years is not beans. Yes, those are years that will count in a lot. Days of disappointment, days of failure, days of trust, lack of trust, days of many things comes with this 54 years. So tonight I want to celebrate. We're going to join our voices with the entire nation to celebrate the President of the Republic of Liberia and the First Lady on their 54th wedding anniversary. Thank you very much. Yeah, you want to wish them happy anniversary before we go to the orator speech.
Yes, absolutely. Some of us have not been married, but it's always a blessing to, get married and stay married, let alone be married for 54 years. It is that's the definition of to death do us part. Because I believe when they got married back then, pictures were still in black and white. You know,
Mm-hmm.
AI were not in existence. When they got married,
No.
Facebook were not in existence. often when not in existence. That is to tell you how God has been blessing them, and she as a woman has stood by her husband through thick and through thin, going from agriculture minister to ascending the vice presidency and now becoming president of the Republic of Liberia. So all we can do over here on Sandra TV is to wish President Boakai and First Lady Katama Boakai congratulations and happy anniversary. And we hope and pray that God will not just carry you to 54, God will carry you to 55 to 56, all the way until He's ready to take you home. So we appreciate you for we thank you, Madam First Lady, for standing beside our president, encouraging him. I know sometimes when Liberia problem be Liberia problem and he gets to go home to you and lie down on the bed. I know you get to listen to hey, so just you and him, you get to listen to all of the things that he says. So want to commend you for being with him, and we pray that God will continue to carry you guys forward and never backwards.
Mhm. Okay. Ambassador Grams.
Yeah, let's just say congratulations and happy wedding anniversary to the first family of Liberia. We pray that God grant you more strength, more energies to rule and lead our people. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we continue tonight with our discussion, and tonight we want to emphasize a little bit on the orator's message, which the orator at the 179th Independence Day celebration, Dr. Herbert Brewer. Dr. Herbert Brewer delivered a powerful national address calling on Liberians to never be ashamed of their own history. Dr. Herbert spoke lengthily on the purpose of our history, the importance. That's why he used the theme strengthening national identity through Liberian led historical narratives. And he described Liberia's history as one of the country's greatest national assets and indispensable foundation for democratic governance, civil responsibility, and national renewal. Imagine if Dr. Herbert Brewer had said Liberia or mentioned something about this 50 or 19 million and then the 300 million just issued by this time, the whole speech we're going to take over Facebook. But because he just reminded us that where we are is something that we should cherish. The history of our country, the history of our country, the Liberia, the day we declare Liberia as independent. Let me read the speech. Let me read the speech clearly here we go to before we discuss it. Let me read it and see what it's like. I know it is long, but we the media people know how to make things short and stuff like that. So we can try to make it short for us. Read it in a news form. This is a release from the executive mansion. It says that okay, the 26th Independence Day National Orator Dr. Herbert Brewer has called on Liberians to reclaim their history as a source of national identity, unity, and purpose, urging citizens to reject narratives that diminish the nation's past and instead embrace it as the foundation for building a stronger future. Delivered a speech during a Unification Day. He used the theme strengthening national identity through Liberian-led historical narratives, where he described Liberia's history as one of the country's greatest national assets and indispensable foundation for democratic governance, civil responsibility, and national renewal. While addressing everybody at the program, say he brought described Liberia's independence as a defining milestone, not only in the nation's history but also in world history. He noted that the Declaration of July 26, 1847 demonstrated where you go. He demonstrated eh, what it did demonstrated to the international community that people of African descent possess both right and capacity to govern themselves through a modern constitutional republic. He said the significance of Liberia's independence continues to resonate across Africa and throughout the globe. Reflecting on the historic journey, Dr. Bro acknowledged the nation's strength and setback, its moments of unity and division, and the challenges that have shaped successive generations. He said history should be understood within the context of the circumstances in which decisions were made rather than judged solely through the lens of the present, emphasizing that every generation has a responsibility to strengthen this country. All of us, because there will be time that next generation will inherit this country. The national orator also recognized the contribution of indigenous communities, returning descendants of Africa and the nation's early leaders, whose diplomacy, cooperation, and shared vision helped establish and preserve Liberia's sovereignty. He said the republic's survival through periods of external pressure, political transformation, and national crisis stand as a testament to the resilience of the Liberian people. The Liberia reminded Liberians that the country's history extends far beyond the founding of a republic, long before the Declaration of Independence. He said the land was home to thriving African societies with established systems of governance, commerce, diplomacy, and justice. Acknowledging this broader historical foundation, he noted affirms that Liberia's national identity has been stemmed by generations of those who contributed. Hmm. Those are things that he talked about, major things that he talked about where we should recognize our past, recognize the things we've been through. You know, Liberia has not suffered from 1847. Liberia had not suffered the way, the kind of crisis they suffered from 1990 to 2004. They had not suffered from 1847. In fact, from 1822, when we just Liberia just have few persons coming in here calling themselves the ACS, they came to colonize Liberia. Liberia wasn't really colonized by anybody. So when those black Americans started coming in, they saw the need that no need to waste these people time. These people need to be free and we establish something good. From that time to present, Liberia has not suffered the kind of way we suffer in the 1990 crisis. From 1990 to 2004, it has been a really sad time in Liberia. So recognizing these things, what happened in the past, the orator has tried to call on Liberians to come out. Come on, come out of your shelf. Be one. Forget about your differences when it comes to these kind of national issues. Forget about your differences. Put aside your differences. Put aside what you think, who you are, or what you think. Like we were saying last night, what would cause opposition leaders to say they will not attend our national program? This is a lane, a place where you want to lead some of these days. birthday woman, we want to call her to recognize the birthday lady who is here with us, the birthday lady. Happy birthday, viewers, listeners. This is our birthday lady, Mrs. Veronica Grahams. You're welcome inside Liberia tonight. We wanted to give you the whole night, but we gotta discuss some issues.
That's true. Yeah, the country is most important than the birthday. I want to say thank
uh,
you to you. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be on your show. I want to thank you for all the sweet birthday wishes. I mean, it just make my day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. When you say we, you're wrong because the two shall become one. So
Exactly.
maybe they yeah. Well, welcome again to Inside Liberia. We are glad to have you and all our host and co-host here, just trying to finalize other discussions that came out from the Independence Day celebration. I was just telling them about the orator's message, why it's not going viral, probably because he didn't say something negative about national government, and he encouraged everybody to embrace unity
Yep.
and strengthen our diplomacy and our own life in our country. So and he also encouraged us to to be proud of our heritage, what we have achieved as Liberia, go bring back to our history and calling on us Liberians to unite and move forward because he didn't say anything negative. We don't see much of this speech, floating around Facebook. We don't see him a picture by rating Facebook, like other things when it happened there. For instance, the Mieta family who is way in Ghana issue when she mentioned the former president name. You see how it's trending negatively on Facebook when insult her. If it was something that was negatively said, I'm sure by this time the orator will have had additional 1 million followers. That's what we just discussing. So, welcome. You are free to join our discussion as we push forward this evening on Sanctuary TV. She's on mute.
She,
Ama,
she,
I said
she,
thank you. I'm still on mute.
no, you're
No,
not.
you
We
okay
can hear
now?
you.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just saying thank you for giving us the opportunity to be on your show. Um, Again, you're right. I mean, negativity travels so fast. Things that would not benefit anything is travel so fast. But what would be beneficial to us, or what is positive, we drag on it. But when it's something negative, you see a lot of people sharing it, a lot of people following and stuff. So you're right.
And I think people maybe somebody was asking, say, do you think the auditor didn't meet the taste, or the orator didn't meet the taste of the opposition? That's why he's not being hailed for his speech at the Independence Day celebration, or he didn't meet the taste of what people want to hear. You know, the power say there will come a time what people ears, they say the power say the itching ears. People only
Mhm.
follow what the itching ears want to hear. So
Exactly.
probably he didn't meet the taste of the larger community, and that is why he hasn't said anything, because probably he didn't mention about the drugs, or he didn't mention about President Parker should step down or something like that. That
Exactly.
it's
If that
not
were in his
trending at
speech,
all.
it would be trending all over. If he had just said something negative about Baka, it would be trending on all the platform and all the social media platform.
Meaning that we African, we Liberians only trend with news that are negative, things that are things that are negative and that will bring down government. That's why we Liberians are focusing on, because they just from last night, from Tuesday night, the Miata family issue, when she said that President Baka, I mean not President Baka, former President we are
Or lash on
was,
us.
yes, or lash on us, and it has taken the. In fact, that statement is even trending on national news. I listened to the news. Well, I think this evening while I was coming
Mm-hmm.
on how you call it, OK FM. And that story was there. That was a story. It had a former president, Ellen fire back. It was a whole news story. It was in the bulletin, the evening bulletin of news. Can you
And
imagine
he,
that? And I didn't
I
say
know, and
anything
he
from
didn't say
the
anything wrong.
message.
And he did not even say anything wrong. And he just said,
Yeah,
and I,
I don't
and
have
I,
time.
I don't have time for
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
I mean, she
And
don't
then
have
that
time
thing
for her.
became a news story. Oh, okay, news. But then what happened to the kind of message what the orator was trying to portray meant or something to us, calling us to think about our past and think and go back, review our past, and then be proud of our heritage, our historical movement, things that happened before for between 1822 to 1847, things that led us to this far, how the Civil War affected us negatively, calling on us to unite as Liberians to move this country forward. It's like those messages, they sound like nothing, absolutely nothing to the Liberian community. But he has said that President Parker stepped down immediately. By this time, there he got 100,000 followers, additional followers. That's what I'm thinking. What's your take on that, Leon?
Yes, thank you. So, there has been the last five orators in Liberia doing Liberia's independence celebration. There has been a trend, and in the sense that every orator that will speak at Liberia independence, we expect those orators to speak negatively about the government. That has always been the notion as Liberians that every orator that will come out should come out here and speak evil against the government so that the opposition can run with it. In
Mm,
2022, we have Ambassador Dix, who served as our orator. In 2023, we have Chief Sanzankawa. In 2024, we have Dr. Rubel Pelly. And now we have Dr. Hubbard. The issue with
yeah,
us Liberians is the fact that we are so uh negative when it comes to politics in Liberia. We see Liberia now as a nation where it's either UP or CDC. It's either you are UPist or you are CDCian. So whether the president is doing good, as long as you are CDCian, you are not going to acknowledge it. And that's why I always acknowledge and commend CDCians who have the coverage to say yes, the president is doing well. In the orator's message, or the orator's message is to remind us Liberians to be proud of who we are, despite everything that we have gone through from fighting civil war. I mean, I was a baby, so I didn't get to experience the civil war, but you guys did. There were a lot of lives that were lost during the civil war. But
Just a correction. During the Civil War, you are not even born. So
okay, I was
when they
not
talking about
born though.
Civil War,
yeah, after.
don't say you was a child. You are not even born.
Okay. With that, I said to be corrected, guys. I said to be corrected
Yeah,
because I was nowhere around. My mama still chilling, mama still chilling around. So,
of
but
course.
but but yes, Liberians have seen a lot of things, but if there's one thing that you cannot take away from us Liberians is the fact that we are resilient people. Our resilience speaks for itself. We overcome a lot of obstacles as Liberians, and I think the orator message is just to remind us that look, do not forget where you're from. Do not forget, the country that you represent, whether you are in Liberia or out of Liberia. You are Liberian. You should be very proud of your heritage, be proud of your culture. So do not leave from Liberia today and come to America or go to Canada or shut and be like, I don't care what happened there. No, we are all Liberians, considering the fact that you bleed Liberia at some point in time, whether you were born there, raised there, parents born you there and brought you to America or any part of the world. Once you have any linked to Liberia, you should be appreciative of your culture, of your heritage. And I think that's something that we or many young people do not like to see or like to hear. People praising the government or people telling us that look, we love Liberia, we should be united. I think that's why it's not trending because it's not negative. Just like when Grant said, that was negative. Well, we have seen it on every block. Every block would have carried it from daily doors to carry the block, we would have carried it. But because The orator is encouraging us to be, mindful and be appreciative and proud of our culture and our heritage. I think we young people do not like to see that, and hence we pay no attention. If you read the orator message or the orator speech, you learn a lot of things to take from there. And I think he did extremely well doing his Independence Day speech.
Thank you. Thank you. And one of the things he said there will be generation after us. After us, you people are already emerging the next generation, and there will be another generation after you people. So whether we like it or we don't like it, we are Liberians, and we must uphold our nation's pride and keep it as it is supposed to be kept, so that tomorrow when the next generation take over, they can know who they're taking over from. But if you are done with leadership and you just let it go, or you don't have time anymore, or even the kind of programs you're not attending, you don't care, it means you don't have interest in Liberia. It was only for you. But if you got interest in Liberia, why you not want to attend Independence Day celebration? Well, you know you should attend your country's independence celebration. You know you're supposed to do it, but you stay away intentionally. Most opposition stay away for no reason. And this is a place where you gave them chance that if today was election, those are the same people coming back. Those are the very same people coming back to say they want to be. Somebody said to me, one or two parties, as far as we're concerned, we got it. So by the time Joseph Parker finished, John, we are coming back. By the time he finished, at least Unity Party got other people to run for CDC. We only got one person, and the man was clear. He said, only one person we got to run over. So when you carry your seats here, I will put my seats here. And this is something that he's saying, and he means every word he's saying. So if you are in an opposition and you can't even send a message to your partisans, your own partisans, even a Facebook message to your partisans wishing them Independence Day, happy Independence Day. Not to talk about the government and its people. Just do it for your partisans. You can see one opposition leader message, an Independence Day message, calling on their partisans or calling on their constituents, or you can't see it on Facebook. There were a lot of messages or independence greetings I saw from the foreign ministry, through the foreign ministry from different countries around the world, including the USA. Thanks to Donald Trump for sending us Independence Day greetings, at least, in the Great Britain. But yeah, in our own local, our own community, our own country, our leaders, past, future, people who want to be, to even see one greetings from them. If you saw some fine, well, I didn't see, I've been checking and been reading through the been skipping, I didn't see any coming in from any opposition leader. Ambassador Grams, did you see any?
Not no.
There is the ingredients coming. So this is how we want Liberia to grow. Is not going to work. If this is how we want the Liberia for tomorrow, it's not going to work. We had a lot of incredible things that happened in a 3 day celebration. And even up to yesterday, the president was in Bonkande dedicating the Salaye Road, and then he left from that side and went to the lower side to also ground break on the Salaye Road to break ground for a new pavement there. Those are things that we need to heal the government for. Not everything we talk about negative. We know we got a drugs issue pending. We still looking forward. We know that the Independence Day took up most of the time. We're still looking forward to see what they're going to do or how far the investigation is going from now to the weekend. We're hoping that early next week we will be done with the celebration of Independence Day and all the dedications and groundbreaking and be going back to what state can offer the people to see how best we can continue with national issues. But that is what we want to look at tonight. More anybody observe anything from the overseas? You didn't give us your experience, Mrs. Graham. What was the experience from the overseas celebration? You people celebrated like us, like you were
Yeah, I
here.
mean, I must be honest with you. There were a lot of celebration. There were a lot of celebration here in the United States. We have people celebrating in all of let me not say all of the states, most of the states. But unfortunately, I have to work that day because the kind of profession I have, we don't have holiday, we don't have weekend. But because just to just add to what the rest of the team say, sometimes I say that I wonder. I mean, like, people just get into things. Sometimes they don't even know what is the origin of that, and they just get in it. People can't cause my court. Why you thought the job we are boom? Why you thought the Joseph Baga boom? And then I said, I wonder, what are they doing these things? What it turned to get out of these things? When we kids coming off for you to call said I was not smart thing. And then besides our politicians in Liberia, when Joy Howard Taylor came and complimented the United Party government. Oh, our seditious, some of them were very verbally abusive to her. Where's your integrity? So because it's Vivian and myself fighting, is something positive about Vivian, I cannot, give her kudo. So it doesn't matter. I mean, when you behave like that, we feel that it's self-interest. It's not about the nation. Because if it's about the nation and somebody is doing the right thing, whether you're not even in the person camp or in the person camp, adore the person, it will motivate the person to even do more. Yesterday, I was watching what he needs Senator Zopena. He was going to graduate there, and he was in white suit. And he said, I told my people I'm going to be in white suit from Monrovia to graduate. And he said, this time of the month, every year, it's not possible for you to pass. I know they call it time. It's not possible for you to pass the part of the road. Yeah, total. I said, for you to not be without slipper or dirty or something. But see me standing. And I saw some people on that comment center insulting this man.
Oh.
What do you want to gain? It's not about George Weah. It's not about Opon. I mean, it's not about Joseph Boakai. It's about Liberia. It's about my sisters and brothers in Grand Jide, in Grand Crew, in Sano, in Maryland, who don't have access to connect with their own capital city. If somebody does something, adore the person, praise him. But your political differences aside. I mean, some of you that crossing job, we have a president. What do you guys benefit? You didn't benefit anything. You had the opportunity to be security, that's it. And one representative fair for you to be a young man, that's it. So when is that something when somebody want to say the truth about the current government, that does not mean that Joseph Boakai government is like 100%. But when somebody is doing something, say something, and start being verbally abusive, it doesn't help us. That lady, the lady with her new family that is trending on Facebook right now. I mean, the truth, her opinion. She's saying what she feels. So what you got cussing her for? Somebody putting a bald hair? Yeah. Of course, look, let me tell you, on our more age, your hair will be more bald than our more hair. Or if your mommy or your daddy were of that age, their hair will be bald more than that hair. The lady saying what she feel it was. And when you see the lady rationale behind what she said, I will be the next person to come and put my short on social media. That's cool. If the lady, and you see the rationale, what the lady said, she even asked the janitor that was interviewing her, will you put this soccer star in your country as a president? And the man said, no. So if the lady says something, I mean, that's a way you get positively engaged her. But again, to go back to the orator of the 179 Independence Day, what I heard, what I understood him say was reconciliation, loving yourself, putting your differences aside, putting Mama Liberia first. He didn't take side with anybody. He didn't take side with the current. Now that he takes side with opposition. And the reason why Liberian opposition most of the time fail is self-gain and self-interest. I mean, right now, everybody's sitting. I mean, I'm not Musa Berete fan. I'm not his fan. But Ali Musa Berete connecting breaches. But what the other people doing, the WOK, all the political party, are they going in coma? Or Prophet King said they're going in Ziale Tule. Then 2028, 2029, they will come, the children will eat their money. Then they will come buy America again, get another loan, or go to other places and take that saving and go waste it back there. So I mean, the speaker's speech, I didn't have issue with it. It was just excellent. It was reconciliatory. It was balanced and everything.
So let me come in real quick. I think you asked about
Okay.
this the celebration in America. So every year the Liberian community in the diaspora always pick a city to celebrate the Independence Day at, and this year they celebrated it in Minnesota. Unfortunately,
Okay.
we weren't able to go there to celebrate it, but no one come to Atlanta was celebrating. But that's what I keep saying. Liberians, despite everything, we are united and we love each other. You could see that that distance could not stop Liberians from celebrating their independence. Especially the
Mhm.
Liberians that lives in Philadelphia and New Jersey, in the Liberian dominant state. You could tell that they were out there celebrating. Even here in Atlanta, I just didn't go on the field to put my soccer team to use. I was saving for next year, but we will celebrate that here on the field, and then yeah. So everywhere people go, the only thing is we didn't get to have 2 day celebration like Liberia, where Monday morning
Yeah,
everybody,
no.
everybody got to go to work. Nobody coming. But it
Mm.
was it was greatly celebrated here in America, and a very kudos to the Liberian community in the diaspora. They did really really well. It was well planned. I know my cousin went to Minnesota. He told me it was really really great. Some people drove from here there. That's what I keep saying. In the next life, I go back. I'll come back again. I want to be a Liberian because just about whatever we do, we'll talk all about talk. We'll talk politics. But one thing that you cannot take from us is the fact that we are loving people, that we are united, and I hope that Liberians in the diaspora and locally can be able to
Mhm.
dissect the orator's message and learn from it. Not just be open to negativity, not just be open to, oh yeah, CDC, UP, no. Listen to it, read it. If you are a visual learner, watch the video. If you are auditory learner, listen to the audio. Just learn what he said. Take something from there, and together, I think we can all succeed and make Liberia great.
Let me just add to what Leon said. Vivian, the uniqueness of the celebration of our independence in this country, every tribe has the table. Every county, let me say tribe. Every
Mhm.
county has the table. And then they don't just have the table, they have their respective flags. If you reach the Nima County, on the Nima County, of course, you will see GB. If you reach the Grand Bassa, you will
Wow.
see Fufu. You reach the Lofa County, you see Tobogi. Just like that. So that one of the uniqueness of the celebration of our Independence Day in Liberia. So I get what Tobogi, we go to buy what Tobogi, we freeze it, and be shaping it small. So the
I
uniqueness is
know.
it's also go back to our culture and cook our cultural food and we eat it.
And that's the pride of the Liberians in the diaspora. No matter what, on that day you see them coming together. Look, they were so excited when we were doing the parade, going to the field. So they excited. I said, wow. So we Liberians, we really love ourselves. We love ourselves, and that's something that we must be proud of. Those are things that that's what I would keep saying, that the opposition should lay politics aside when it comes to major holidays like our independence, because that's our breath. That's the
Yeah.
breath of our country. So we
Uh-huh.
should at least lay politics aside for that moment and celebrate. Because some of the people who are celebrating, they're not speaking to each other for years in America. But
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, we were taking pictures on Sunday together, going
Yeah.
live, dancing, everybody playing their traditional music, dress in costume and stuff like that, making the day to go so well. Even in Liberia, see all our different tribal devils. When we were small, we used to say devil, kill devil. We had the pastor devil. They surely want to play to. We saw all of them coming, and those people are for different counties. Different counties. So we put politics aside for that moment. When it comes to the kind of major join the celebration, make a period to feel that yeah, you own it. I am a part of this country. So whether you like it, you don't like it, you want to see me, you want to see me, you will see me. Put on your own Liberian shoes. And then that whoever is the president or who is in government think that you are on the opposition, say, their country, time to celebrate. I will celebrate in my country.
Tell me about it.
My country, we the one got the country, so we'll celebrate it together. After that, we'll go back to our political differences. But no,
Somebody
we
said that
want
the
to
only country they can deport me from.
yeah, you want to treat the situation like Independence Day is a political party program. No, no. Assassin United Party folks we doing we won, we celebrated well. Who are you? Myself celebrated well. I'm a Liberian like you. Myself celebrated well. So you can't get over me in my own country. This country is for all of
Besides
us.
that, what measurement you got? I didn't celebrate well.
Yeah,
I drove you to Buchanan to celebrate, but I may have celebrated better than you that went Buchanan anyway.
of course. Cause see, but a lot of programs were around. Even the people who stay in Monrovia said they didn't feel. I don't think they really missed Buchanan because there were programs all over, everywhere, everywhere. And these are the things next time. Come soon. November, Central TV will be all over celebrating our 1 year, and that celebration we will own it like it is for us because it is for us. We'll
Yeah.
make sure to own it and go around and to celebrate. That's the only way you can feel a part. You can be a Liberian, you sitting in Liberia Independence Day, you sit down home and be looking to see who will fail or
You
sending
think
people on
trying
the
to honor
street.
my United Party. You not honor
Yeah.
mine the government. You giving
No,
yourself high feelings
no,
because you the government. I mean
it's
looking your
not about
direction.
United Party.
My son later can say I'm
It
not
is
looking your
about you.
direction.
Mm-hmm.
The government not even looking your
Mm-hmm.
direction. I mean, without you feeding, you
Yeah, and
angry, you not hungry.
yeah, it's like nobody's ever paying attention to them, and nobody was paying attention to that. It is only the media who can, like us, because we are the full estate, we got our watchdog eye, so we are the ones who can look around and see. If we don't see certain people are sitting in gallery, we know that there is a problem because that's why you are the watchdog. So if you put your watchdog eye on you, you look around, ah, I don't see, and it's not coming at the Independence Day celebration. Oh wow. I don't see a man like you know Musa Berete. Oh, I don't see because we know them, and you know that those are people who want to hold power in the future in Liberia. So to be absent from your country's independence Day celebration makes all feel that you are politicizing the
Yeah.
Independence Day, which no political party owns. No political party owns independence. When we were even fighting the 14 years war, the 24 years war, once that day, no rocket falling on your own side. If even rocket falling in Bon County, the people in Montreal was still celebrating. The 2003 war, we can call World War I, World War II, World War III. People were running in other places. People were saying that to keep you sharp in other communities. So we're all celebrating. This is our independence. Why in the midst of crisis we're celebrating them in this kind of normal time? Why you supposed to join the kind of huge celebration and make our 179 a wonderful one? You want to stay away from political gain? That's unfair to you and the society you come from.
Yeah,
Seriously.
so Madam Manager, let me just come in very quickly. You see, the issue about independence celebration, looking at the orator speech, he did a very nice presentation. But then we shouldn't speak about opposition, claiming that they didn't attend the program. Few months ago, we heard former Vice President Joa Howard Taylor praising the government about development. But was Joa Howard Taylor saying at the celebration in Grand Bassa County? Let's look at the Senate Pro Tem. Few months back, the Senate Pro Tem were demanding senators to wear Africans to go to work for section, of which most of majority of them did. But how many senators attended the program? How many representatives attended the program? But however, not to bore you with too much of words, you see, one portion I graph from the orator's speech is the issue about traditions, the issue about culture, right? Cultural inheritance. But one recommendation I would like to make to the government of Liberia, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Mr. Joseph Yuma Bouaga, that
President Joseph Yumambwaka.
President Joseph Imambuaka that the celebration shouldn't be only in Grand Bassa. I think next year it should be all over another county. The following year, there will be rotation to go to all of the
But let
15
me ask you a
counties.
question. Did they
But
celebrate
that's
in
how
Grand
it's
Bassa
always
last year?
been.
It's the first time in Basel.
No,
No, let me
that's
ask
how it's been.
Ambassador, was it celebrated in Grand Bassa last year?
No,
Was it celebrated in Grand Bassa year before last?
no, that's the
No.
first time.
Okay, that's the first time. So that means a rotational. You can only make a kind of statement when Grand Bassa had hosted a, like back to back.
Back to back.
But this is Grand
Yeah.
Bassa, opportunity. So if
Yeah,
Grand
that,
Bassa
And they
hosted
did
last year,
extremely
before
well.
last,
no, no,
that
but
meant the independent.
it's
The
obvious.
unity
So
that
what
will
the
add to your
recommendation?
voice, the unity that will add to your voice, Mr. Ambassador, is we should also look at place the southeastern. I don't know whether southeastern. I know Grand Bassa, second I will for other side, but Maryland, Grand Gila, Sando County, Black Crew. We should also
I think Maryland
yeah.
has hosted
We should
independent.
also take the independent day there, but Grand Bassa had not hosted the independent repetition. So I mean, well, it was just a correction. You can continue.
Yeah, I remember
So
going to
the correction was a recommendation, right? I was just making a recommendation.
But
It shouldn't be like
the recommendation you making, like you recommending that the July 26th should not be celebrated only in Grand Bassa. So if you make such recommendation, it means even though Queen's language is my second language, but if you make this kind of recommendation, it means that Grand Bassa is the one that have been hosting the July, the Independence Day back to back. So I'm trying to say that recommendation is not an appropriate recommendation when Grand Bassa is just hosting the July 26th for this year. I don't know saying when.
Yeah. So this is the point I'm going to, right? I don't want it to come from Grand Bassa, it come back to the capital of Monrovia before you go to another county. Right? So let the senators, let the lawmakers. And you understand what I'm saying, right? I don't want it to come from Grand Bassa like it was hosted in Grand Bassa this year. So maybe next year they want to bring it back to the capital. That's what I'm saying. So since it's being hosted in Grand Bassa this year, next year they will find another county to go about. But let me talk about the cultural heritage.
I remember Nima County hosted and Dofa County, even Bombay County hosted, even during my early term. That's the time they started rotating up to Maryland. So maybe because Grand Crew is not very accessible and doesn't have much structures to hold, diplomats, international community when it comes, some presidents, some foreign ministers, or our business people community. People when they come to the city, like that, they want to go to the big cities where they can find places for them to sleep if they must sleep over. Or because of the distance to Grand Crew, if you carry Independence Day celebration, it means people got to sleep over, or you got to have a chapel to carry them and bring them back and forth, back and forth. And it's not easy to do so. So it has to be in a more developed county, accessible county where people can, drive in, drive out.
No matter manager, I differ from you there too. When you say accessible county, every county in Liberia needs to be accessible. I think the hosting of the independence in the county should be beneficiary to that county. So if they go to Grand Crew or the remote part of Liberia, whether it's accessible, it's not accessible. So that the citizens of that country can cast ballot for the president. They can cast ballot for the representatives and the senators. They're also entitled to hosting that. Apparently, if the president of Liberia drive there or is airlifted in the plane, and the rest of the government officials are supposed to attend that, they are stranded on the road. Then they will know exactly how the common citizen feel. Then they will know exactly how they need to pay attention to that country. The people should not just be used when election time. I think every country in Liberia need to have the opportunity to host it. If our Grand Crew, I mean, we are emphasizing on Grand Crew because Grand Crew is a little distant from the capital. I stand to be corrected. If our Grand Crew is selected to host the Independence Day 2028 or 2027, the committee on Independence Day need to start working on that road. They need to start working on housing. They need to start working on the superintendent compound. They need to start working on the housing system in that place. Because I think if a country hosts the Independence Day, there should be some little benefit for them. You know, Jack can go say, hey, whether the road is accessible, whether the country is accessible.
But now one make people benefit in Grand Bazaar of Bontan. The superintendent benefit in house in Grand Bazaar of Bontan. You see, small benefit we are talking about.
You see, Joseph, now you becoming personal. The superintendent did not benefit the housing. The superintendent compound was renovated. The superintendent who lives in the superintendent compound may be changed tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But the compound will be there for the citizen of Grand Bazaar County. Even though he or she is a superintendent right now, she will be enjoying that leverage that because he or she hosted. But President Boakai can say, okay, today I decide to change the superintendent of Grand Bazaar, Mrs. Oranika Grant, you the superintendent of Grand Bazaar. I'll go sleep in that and live in there with you guys, my children. But that place is not mine, it's for the citizen of Grand Bazaar County. So I just want you to retract that one because that the personal thing we're talking about do not be personal. It's not for the superintendent, it's for the country. That one of the
No, it's not solution. It's not about solution. No, it's not about solution.
At this point, CDC, CMC, I'm talking about Central TV. If you host this Independence Day, that should be some of the benefits that you need to get for hosting. And not
yes, of course.
So that it's one of the benefits that the superintendent,
I get the point.
But the superintendent did not benefit. But the citizens of Grand Bazaar benefited because they renovated the superintendent compound.
Yeah, that's the benefit.
Just to add to that.
You said the superintendent, you did not say the county. It's two different things. You said the superintendent benefited because they built the superintendent compound. I'm trying to tell you the superintendent compound is not for the superintendent. So the right way you are using is Grand Bazaar County benefited because they renovated the superintendent compound.
So here's the thing, right? And I think what the ambassador feels again is this, right? The reason why we are pushing for the rural county to host the independence. Very common example, when this just ended Independence Day, that's the first time that Grand Bazaar received legislation. So
exactly.
That's the right that we're talking about.
So that the benefit of hosting the independence.
So if we go to let's say Grand Cape Mount or Rochi County, just like Reverend Grant said, if you guys can go there and ask people to vote for you during your campaign, you also go there to the opposite that hosts your Independence Day. And who can go there, we'll be there to celebrate with you. So I just think it's fair. Yeah, it's just fair that everybody hosted too. I know Nimakande have hosted it before, Maryland have hosted it before. Let's focus on the country that have not hosted it.
So if I were part of that independent committee, Grand Crew was going to be the next host.
There are some standards.
So you gotta volunteer.
Grand Crew. Let's read some of the Madam Host. Can we read few of our comments? Leon, you tell me another more 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, so we can go as long as we want to.
You got it. Let's get it interesting.
So the first comment from Madam Grams, that's Elizabeth Henry Grams. She said, "I'm here advocating for Mangi. We kind of host the Independence Day celebration." So that is her thought. And Miss Kristen Gay said, "Congratulations, team." And then Madam Grams also said, "It doesn't matter. Every county must host the Independence Day celebration." So I agree with you freely. And Freeman said, "Leaf is following." So Madam Grant said, "Can you imagine other people abusing while we are here celebrating Liberia independence?" I don't know the intent, but I think we are on independence celebration right now. I think we'll come back to that momentarily. I don't know why Nathan is not here, but Nathan, if you're following up, come in studio, waiting for you. Start leaving
Yeah, sure.
comments. Come in studio. Nathan, come in studio. Come waiting for you. Yeah, so
The league is there. Come in studio.
come and see you, Nathan. Yeah, we're waiting for you. President is wishing happy birthday to the Iron Lady for Sandra TV, and then Mr. Smith Kagana is also wishing the other people wife happy birthday. But yeah, that's what we have so far. And yeah, let's continue. Let's continue.
But I think I know that Maggie has hosted in Kakata before. I think doing it, my president Salif second time.
Uh-huh.
They hosted in Kakata, yeah, in Kak City. There was one time. We know Kakata, people who live from the Marshall side, they always think that Mangibi is in Marshall and Capital. People who live on the Kakata side also think Mangibi is just on the Kakata side also. So for they
But
forget that Mangibi is
I
on
think
both sides.
after I know there have been law that have been passed to expand those districts. I think after that, Liberia need to do let us say us again. The let market know
Remapping.
which one. Yeah, because now you're adding districts to Nima to Basa. I think Liberia needs to let us know, remap the country and let us know which part of for honor Maggie, which part for honor. You know, I know the Boston bill, so I think they need to do that. But let's continue
Yeah.
with the conversation.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but it's good
Leon.
for you for every
Yes, sir.
country.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah. So Mrs. Grams was talking about benefit that whenever the country hosts the independence, they should stand to
Uh,
benefit. Of which
yeah.
we point out few things, right? We are there for over 30 years since Grand Basel has been funded. It was just recent when Grand Basel was electrified, or because
Mhm.
the
No,
Independence
no, no,
Day.
no, no, no. Let me bring you to correction.
I mean, you're not
Yeah,
born
no.
that
You
time.
guys were not
No,
born.
They
I'm
tell
talking
you
about
you're not born.
so in your
They
defense,
tell you you're
no,
not
okay,
born
okay,
until when they used to left.
no.
Nathan Bianca can rescue your little brother on that show.
In your
Because
defense,
I on
in your
that show
defense,
today. You know what kind of
I
benefit
think
grandmaster? You know
he meant to say
you
in his
get what they in
lifetime.
the loop. You know
Yeah,
grandmaster
lifetime.
pumping it there.
So
No,
Mrs. Grant. I think what he meant to say was in his lifetime. So let's take him on there.
I think
Let's
so.
take him. Let's take him on
No,
there.
you can't talk because I born you. You can talk about 2025. I mean, no, you can talk about
If I was
2005.
No,
You are born
yeah,
in
yeah. But even
2005.
as that,
No,
right?
you can't talk
Even
about
as that, what I was actually
Saying
driving
that
to,
in the
what I was
past.
what I was actually driving to.
Right?
Uh,
Madam Manager, you spoke about Maggie B being a host of the Independence celebration.
yes, Tax
You
City.
spoke about Maryland,
Tax
right?
City.
You spoke
Yeah.
about Nima. So let's do the comparison, right? Let's look at all of those projects that were dedicated just the recent independence celebration and compare it to that of Magibi, to that of Mimba, to that of Maryland County. What were those projects that were dedicated when when the
Okay.
Independence Day was celebrated in Maryland
But
County?
Nima have been
What was
developed way before independence.
Nima County sanitary compound was completely renovated. They transformed it completely. It was around that time, I stand to be corrected, the Nima Community College came into place. So, I mean, I can tell you a little bit about Nima County because I'm from there. I can tell you a lot of things about Maryland and the other counties.
I
So,
mean, you're not there for them, but
Nima
you're seasoned.
benefited a
But you
lot
know,
when they hosted the independent. Again, which administration hosted the independent in Nima County? What was their mission? What was the intent of hosting the independent? So now because United Party, Joseph Barker and Jeremiah Kuhn and Ting went and they renovated the superintendent compound that have been dusted since I don't know how many years. It means that everywhere that the independent were hosted during early Justice Salita or Joe Wiata, it should be done the way Grand Bassa was done. No, sir. It's different administration we're talking about here. So what happened in the past that the people did not benefit We don't know. We did not father it. We don't know what the administration intend. We don't know how much strength the superintendent of that country had. We don't know how much strength the leadership of that country had to say, okay, if we will host it, they should happy. Now cleaning all out, now renovation, that superintendent company. You think just people just saw that I came into place? You can
No,
push it as a senator. The superintendent of that country push it as a senator. All that stakeholder push it. So again,
besides
depends
that,
on your country leadership. It don't want put in
besides
the
that,
money.
yes, the caucus has a major role to play when it comes to these things. To even accept hosting the independence celebration in your county, the caucus has a major role to play. And don't think about only the caucus or the legislative caucus and the superintendent office. There are a lot of concession agreement, there are a lot of concession companies that are operating in these counties, especially Nima, Grand Parcel, Bong. So most of the time when hosting these kind of programs, they get fundings, they got special social corporate funds. They got social corporate fund that they use to help the county for development. Like for example, ArcelorMittal. ArcelorMittal, there is no way you can rule out ArcelorMittal for this Independence Day celebration. They have their role to play. It's part of the agreement. They got it, they got funds for that. You understand? So it depends on the county leadership. And you see some of the counties, you see Grand Bassa now, people go to Grand Bassa for tourism. You saw the newest hotel or guest house, a very wonderful place built by the United Party former chairman. How you call it? How you call it, Lebanese man?
Yeah, I saw him. What his name? Oh, that
That
place is in
compound
Grand
and
Bassa. Is it
yes,
Grand
it's in
Bassa?
Grand Bassa.
Oh, wow. I thought it was in Ketmore. Yeah,
That
I
place
saw
is in
it.
John.
Man.
It is in Bassa.
Yeah, I
That place
saw
was
it.
also one of the places that hosted international. I mean, it's Ahmed Mada. That place
Yeah.
hosted international guests. So tomorrow, if Independence going back to Nima, see the place that Prince Howard built. You know that place we went last time we went to Long Samja TV, we
Yeah.
wanted to sleep. Go see that building now. It finished. I'm sure you have seen it online. That tall building they were putting down. That we're laughing, we're going to be the longest building in Nima. It's finished. So it comes with hosting independence celebration in the county comes with a lot. It comes with a lot. So more by the time they say the next Independence Day could be during the time they hosted in Lofa, what the caucus were afford and what the government were afford, what the committee set up was able to come up with what the people work with. So during this time, every year things getting morning, things getting, people learning new things, advocating for new things and stuff like that. So you see that there were a lot of projects that were uh, uh, how you call it, dedicated in Grand Basel. That's because Grand Basel put in for a lot of things and they work behind the scenes. They had their own committee working. It wasn't everything the
Yeah.
government did. They had a lot of things put into place. They
Mm-hmm.
planned it, and the president needed to prove herself to the president and the Liberian people that the president is from Grand Basel. So
Yeah.
this place, we need to make it unique for the people to come. The last time I went to Grand Pastor for the funeral, you were there. They were working on a little park. I saw the park. Then somebody said, "Oh yeah, that the new superintendent trying to face the park here." It's a nice setting place for evening. Especially if it's really now people are not really enjoyable
Yeah.
doing the dry season. That is where most of the project will sit. So it comes hosting the Independence Day
It's
comes
a
with a
therapy by
lot of
itself. It's a therapy
yeah,
by itself.
seriously.
Yeah, so can we look at the culture, because the orator spoke about culture. Delegating those projects, they are good. Why is true that Grand Bazaar here for development in the county? But let's look at our culture, because one thing the orator spoke about is taking our culture, claiming our culture, looking at our history since 1822, where Labrouf, the struggle that Labrouf went through to declare her independence. Now, for the past year, I don't want to be exact again before mommy say you're not from
Where my
time.
girl you again?
Yeah. So looking at a few years, uh, there is no museum in Grand Bassa County of which the students are the high school students or people who pay visit to Grand Bassa County could say, oh yes, let me visit the museums of Grand Bassa County to see some of those traditional materials that are being used by elders from Grand Bassa. People travel as far as from Maryland to Montefiore just to go to museum to look at materials that are being used by our forefathers. You think that if the senator could put that in a budget to fill a little museum for Grand Bassa play a major role in Liberia history. Let's look at the Edina, right? Edina. Have you seen the road there? I still be corrected. The road has not yet been paved. It did not play a major role in Liberia history. So when we're taking hold of our history, when we're taking hold of our culture, and how many traditional leaders from all over the 15 countries you saw for the independence? So we should bring those people. We should bring the VAR. We have 16 tribes. We should bring the VAR people. We should be not only because the celebration went to Grand Bassa, so it means that only the elders and elder council of Grand Bassa should celebrate. No, we should go for Nimba. We should go for Maryland.
Let me hold you there, correct you that the council of elders is not limited to a county. The council, when they say council of elders, the head is not even from Grand Bassa, and he was there. The elders are came from all over.
Let me just let you know.
Let me tell
the ambassador. Sasa Kamwa is not the elder, is not a leader again. So I just want you to know that.
No.
But let me just ask Ambassador Grams this one question. So Ambassador, I think since yesterday you've been kind of like coming for Senator Yumley, right? Let me ask you this question: did you attend Liberia's Independence Day in Grand Bassa?
I didn't.
So how do you know that those people were not they were not present?
We witnessed the program. We witnessed the program.
Did you witness everybody that was there? You saw everybody that was there? Did every camera focus on each individual that was there?
No, Leon. Look, Leon.
No, come in now.
Leon. Spoon of those dignitaries. Leon of those dignitaries that were there. Spoon were carrying their laughs. Spoon were calling all of the dignitaries that were there. Even the international guests that been. Why they should that they there and they can be pronounced? But either of them will respond.
You wanted them to say, okay, this mayor is the elder council of Bapo Lucante.
Right.
He's a public figure.
So let me
He's a public figure.
The first thing I want you to know is that meeting was not elder council meeting.
Thank you.
Let me clear that. It was not an elder council meeting. It was an Independence Day. So it was not a program that it was specific for a particular group. So it is not focusing elder council. They're going to follow the zones. They're going to focus the youth. They're going to focus all the traditional Oma. Then I said the national anthem in Bassa. They're going to focus the manner Oma. Then the manner question too. The Nimakande question too. But they just put everything together and say our culture, our tradition.
So what culture are we celebrating?
So let me get back to you, right?
Our culture is Liberia.
What culture?
Let me get to you, Ambassador Green, for a second. Let's talk as young people. Don't forget the course and the politics down there, right? So you are from Grand Bassa or from Nimba. Do you know your culture as a child from Grand Bassa?
I don't know my culture. How do you expect me to know my culture?
Hold up, right? So if you talk about culture and you don't know your culture, why would you want to speak on something that you don't know about? I would recommend go back home, do your research, learn about the culture instead of coming on the media to talk about let's promote the culture. Why is somebody go out there? I feel like you are trying to pull out every negative from independence and not highlighting the positive. So just
no, the positive is being highlighted. I highlight the positive. Leon, excuse me, Leon. I highlight the positive. Look, Leon, we shouldn't let's look at the negative. We are speaking both about negative and positive, right? I spoke about the positive impact, right? Yes. I'm not speaking about the angle of people didn't attend the program. Yes. So you see what you're saying, Leon?
So
yes, so that's what made it. That's what made it.
Jessica, who is responsible for you not knowing your own culture?
He's the president of Liberia.
Not the
He's the
president of Liberia.
Oh, come
Not the
on,
president
then.
of Liberia.
Come
Now,
on now.
Kanga.
I'm Kanga Lawrence.
Why you think Jamaican Lawrence? It's a
I'm just
recommendation,
saying,
Leon.
because
Leon,
why
that's a
you?
recommendation. Jamaica is not responsible, but at least oh look, Leon, that recommendation.
For the
So how
recommendation,
can okay,
for
Leon,
your
Leon,
culture.
Leon,
Yes,
Leon.
sir. Yes, sir.
You want me to go? You want me to go Grand Bazaar and be passing around asking people why is Grand Bazaar called? I think if the museum was there, I think if the museum, I come in.
Listen to me,
I think if the museum was there, that's my point.
Mizzou cannot even teach you your culture.
We should teach your culture.
No,
Mizzou
museum can teach you your culture. Why would you say that?
No, you're not. Come on,
Mizzou can teach you your culture.
Come on.
In Atlanta, Georgia, yeah, they got a museum for Martin Luther King. People that fought with him. People, the women are called, people that were there. But that does not give me enough information to really know what Martin Luther King did. So if I go there and say, okay, then one is Esther Kangaroo. Esther Kangaroo was a lady who was cooking for people that were demonstrating. I just go say Esther Kangaroo. If I really want to know, I will go make research. Where did Esther Kangaroo come from? She may not have come from Georgia. Was she black or white? Well, it was not only black people were activists at the time. Did she have children? Was she married? How did she become an activist? Well, I go there, I see all the people. You go to Martin Luther Museum in our play there. You see everything, but it don't teach anybody a culture, baby. So this is how you normally Kanga Lawrence. We just call it normally Kanga Lawrence Nia because you brought her name. Her father is down there. Her father is one of the oldest citizens in Grand Bazaar. Like you pour a knowledge into your head when it comes to culture. And you don't have enough information from Yamle Kanga Lawrence. You also go to somebody that is older in that place. And then what will you do? You say, I struggle to know my culture in Grand Bazaar. I'm going to fight for this, my culture to be introduced in a various school for the rest of the other children not to struggle. That would be advocacy and activists for you to learn about your own culture. But Independent Day cannot show you culture. Mizzou will not show you culture. Mizzou will just can show you, okay, who are junkies there? Then they put junkies in email a day. Then when the junkies come to Africa, they read it that day. They don't show you anything. Or they say, okay, Grand Bazaar people, they left fufu. They put cassava picture like that. They like it with pepper soup. They do it like that. Woman, they be acting cooking. You want to learn anything from that museum when it comes to culture? No, baby. So if you want to know about the culture independence, they will not teach you the culture. Normally, Kanga Learn will not teach you the culture. If you really want to know the culture, not just Grand Bazaar. Culture is wearing away from Liberia. That I agree with you. Culture is wearing away that our children don't even speak our dialect. We don't want our children to say, oh, that mother is speaking. You see, I've been in the country since 2007. My accent has not changed. When I go to work, it calls me to say one thing 4 times for my colleagues to understand the way. I had a little brother I sent to Africa to come and learn something about Africa. Because the Nigerians do it, the Ghanaians do it. But we Liberians don't do it. Instead of putting our culture, our discipline, our children, oh, the children, American children. Hey, they're American children. And the real American discipline their children. So it's true. Joseph, I will agree with you. The aspect that culture is wearing away. We don't teach culture before. Every school used to have not every school, I think 80% of the school before when we were coming out, they used to have a culture through department. Like when program coming, they would dress and perform the culture. But now you don't see those things in schools. So you, the young people, are you guys fighting for it to be reintroduced? Do that. Do we people used to learn? I don't know whether they still learning better in University of Liberia. Is it better that if you go to Freetown, the people speak a Creole? If I'm sitting among Haiti people in their place speaking only the English, I don't understand it. So are we learning better in Liberia University because better was a major language? Are we learning it? Is it a requirement all the universities? So those are things we need to do. Is not like independent day or not independent day. No. They can teach you culture.
So we are an hour going to an hour 30 minutes going to the program, and I think we'll come back to discuss this conversation again. But I think this is the longest we have gone. That's how interesting the topic is for today. But we'd like to take everybody parting comments. I think we can continue this lecture. Maybe we can try to bring back the Reverend on Friday to talk more to the young people and educate us. But we'll about the grant, I mean, we'll continue this other Friday. But let's start with Ambassador. Are you there, Ambassador
Yeah, but
Grams?
I said I'm
Okay,
gonna
so we'll go ahead. The birthday lady, one again. Happy birthday to you. We hope you have fun today. So we'll take your parting comments, and then there he is. Let's let me hold you. I'll take Ambassador Grams for his parting comments, and then we can see how best we can move on. Go ahead, Ambassador.
your party comment, Ambassador Grams.
Yeah, thank you so much, Leon. It's kind of exciting to be on such a discussion. Again, let us wish the host of Leadership Dialogue a happy, prosperous birthday celebration. We pray for more grace, more favor, more understanding, and more promotion at job site. And let's say thank you to our many listeners. Keep following Central TV for all of our showtime. Weekly, you are engaged on a weekly basis. We'll bring you inspiring information, the happenings in and around the world. So thank you ever so much again. We hope and pray to see you next time. Happy birthday, Mrs. Grams.
Well, thank you to the entire team, the staff, the members, our CEO, Mr. Cynthia Grams. For the birthday wishes, I feel honored today. I really do. I do feel honored. My children, my friends across the globe, my family. I mean, like today, my phone was just like pam pam pam. My picture, my photo, like the Facebook. Sometimes somebody will say, "Why she didn't post a picture?" The reason why I didn't post my picture is I decided to dedicate my birthday page today to my late cousin, Miss Rosaline Duato, who left this world less than 2 months ago, and it's still hurting me. It's still playing with me. So why I say I give God the glory for giving me another day is not really celebration for me. But again, we give God the praise. My parting comment to our Liberians and our listeners is approaching issue in a positive manner, approaching issue in the right way is better. Assuming things destroy nation, assuming things make people not to take your nation for granted. The next time we'll be talking about the accusation about Joseph Boakai Jr. Where people say, oh, he the drug cartel, he bringing joy in the nation, he doing it, why he they doing? People are now go post somebody just a back at Jim. Somebody had jacked his phone and send it. All those discussion, we will have it. If we want to have a good country, and the only place we have to call home is Liberia. Some of us may have traveled to America and get a book, but we know Donald Trump electric wire hit to the left side. They say, all right, okay, my boy, I'll go to where you're going, we're going. So again, let us approach issue professional. Let us have evidence. If we don't have evidence, we can say alleged. But let us not just run with things because we are not in our political party. If it gets to a point that we need to give a particular group a praise, let's go ahead and give it. I may not be United Partisan. I may not be, I'm an MPP. The political party that our father showed was National Patriotic Party. Even though the only political party that got my registration, they was still keeping document Liberty Party. But that does not mean that a United Party does the best thing we can present, or CMC does the best thing we can tell them thank you. So let us be one Liberians, one Liberia, and let us be one family. And let's put Liberia first and put our personal gain and interest to the honor our feet. I want to say thank you to the Inside Liberia host. Tomorrow will be the Power of Horse. Will be headed by Mrs. Arizona Grams. And then Friday will be Leadership Dialogue. And Saturday we will be here again talking about Friday. I'm sorry, it'll be Youth Prime Time. And Saturday will be Leadership Dialogue and General Discussion We had young people, we had energetic people. It was powerful. On Saturday, we Reverend J.C. First Davis educating us. We have been looking at the drugs, different direction. But the way Reverend Davis brought, because arrest people, jail, and arrest people, put them in the jail, we thought it was a solution. But when Reverend David broke it down and talked about drugs, something, I mean, it was great. A lot of people kept calling me. He needs to come again, but I don't know his schedule. I'll get to him. But again, let me not hold you guys. I want to say thank you for everything. I greatly appreciate you. And this will be my parting statement.
Always an honor. Always an honor to be here today. I'm co-hosting the Liberia. So again, a lot of fruitful discussions. We all ultimately agreed or disagreed. But then we as media entity, remember, it's our unbiased opinion. Nobody out here is supporting the government or against the government. We just give you our unbiased opinion. So until next time, we'll be seeing you tomorrow here at 9 o'clock Liberia time with Mother Arizona Maria Toba Crispy Grams will be here with us tomorrow, and then Friday we will be here again, and then Saturday will be Reverend Grams. Thank you guys so much, and that's how we want to say. We hope you enjoyed the show today. God bless you and see you.
We here to give you the best. Come that listening, enjoy the show. Come that listening to